What a good day. Man, I got so stuck in that last part. Alright. It's been 2 days, so I've of course forgotten everything. We're on to the Barnhold Vanishing. So Lost Brothers out there. Price of Curiosity. Ah, that's right. I want to do this debate thing. So I need to bring Jubilist and Lizzie. This is just building. Still looking for the last piece of this. And figure out what's going on with that. And I've got 217 days for this. North Narrow Marches. Still need an emerald. Okay.
All according to plan.
Yes, that letter. Letter from Jamandi Aldori. I have a problem and no one else to turn to but you. I need someone to travel. Oh, this is to tell me about Varnhold. The town was vanquished recently. I've stopped. Yep. Already read that. Ooh, this should be done.
In due time.
Unless it's one of the ones that he needs 12 pieces for. Let's see. That's... should be enough. Let's go check.
That is not far.
Come here, storyteller. Did I finish the thingy? Gloves. Whoops, I didn't see how many I needed for these. If you finally return back, the consequence way. If you find the 12 shards, I need 2 more. That's a disappointment. Oh, why did it do that? What letter is this? Pile of notes. Hunter's letter. If you ever need the old wedding ring or the stag's broken thing, I'll bring it. Ring of protection of 3. Nice. Oh, I was gonna keep this. Yeah. I think I was gonna keep that. Well, I'm keeping it now. Protection 2. Yeah. I'll sell that whenever we get back. Okay, so what we're gonna do...
As it should be.
we're gonna take a look at the map and figure out where we're gonna go. Do we have enough food? 20 rations. This will get us somewhere. So we're gonna take Lindsay. We gotta take Jube. So that means we'll probably drop an Arc, which is very unfortunate. Wait, what? What just happened?
Where are you rushing off to, my hound? To face your own death?
Familiar silhouette of the nymph appears before you. Her face is still, but you see thunderclouds in the depths of her eyes. Why are you here? Going to try to kill me again?
Why am I here?
Nymph repeats the
Kill
question
you?
as if it just
Not
crossed her mind.
today. Believe it or not, but I came here without evil intentions.
Hmm.
I've been watching you, my hound. You've escaped my trap. You've destroyed my beautiful everbloom flower. Such a strong will to live in such a fragile, mortal creature. Once, long ago, it hurt me to see flowers being torn apart by the wind. But today I watch you thrashing like a moth caught in a spider web, and I cannot turn my eyes away.
So you're the one behind the bloom. What have I or my subjects have done to you?
There was a time when I used to ask myself the same question. What had I and my 1,000 breaths ever done to them? Why had I to endure this? You're wrong to think that your problems began with you. The ever-blooming flower was created long before your barony was founded. I prepared my weapon long in advance, having no idea what I would turn it against. Everything has a price. Thousands of lives must be turned to dust for a single act of forgiveness.
I visited the first world and learned something about you and about your curse.
How?
Nymph's
There's
voice
no
rings with
point in
feverish
asking.
curiosity.
My untamed homeworld has many miracles to offer. One can never know what they will reveal, or to whom. So, what do you think of the proud, bitter, fallen nymph now, my hound?
Sounds like you're in trouble yourself. Stop trying to kill me and my subjects, and maybe I'll find a way to help you.
You want to aid the storm that strikes you and your lands? Help? Why? Though I do not want to know. You will help me either way, voluntarily or involuntarily, with your death.
Trouble in Valenheart, do you have something to do with it?
I can answer, but will you believe me?
No.
I have nothing to do with it, but I know who is responsible. I won't tell you, though. Run now towards your death, hound. Run, hound, run! I want to see you stumble.
How about telling me your real name?
Names can be weapons in capable hands. You've no need to know my name. No need.
I will ask again, why are you here? Give me an honest answer. It seems pointless to have a conversation of hints and hidden
Why
meanings.
shouldn't the mistress visit her pet? Farewell, my hound.
Anger flashes in Nymph's eyes,
You have no
but it's an
idea
odd anger
what
with a hint of
powers you've
bafflement.
awakened, and now you voluntarily rush into their jaws. If you run your blade down their throats, I won't be disappointed. If you perish, I'll have forgotten you by dawn.
In due time.
Now how the hell do I get out of here?
All according to plan.
Okay. Sorry, buddy. I have to. Yep. I just got rid of Arch, didn't I? I read that so quick and I just hit the X anyways. Oh, that's so annoying. We have to do this conversation again. Nope.
All according to plan.
Okay. Now, where did you want to go? There's the alleged murders. And here's the debate. We're going up here. What is attacking us?
In due time.
Hello?
That is not far.
Oh, direwolf. Everyone on this side?
Should be.
Nope, just a single direwolf.
May we have a moment of respite?
Sir Tristram. Sounds like the name of a knight in a ballad.
Thank you, Valerie. But I could hardly be a knight. I don't like fighting, and even less do I like fighting for sport.
I think this is the only thing I really need to bring him to. I can probably handle the murder thing by myself, or with a mage. I actually prefer it. A very pale gnome with dull, brittle hair is scribbling something busily on a small scroll, not looking up as you approach. Ah, here you are, at last. Go read the rules quickly. They're posted a little further along. The other teams already arrived a while ago. The host said we'll start as soon as you show up and read the rules. Of course, I'm famous enough for my admirers to follow my every move, but still, I'd like to know, how did you know we were coming? Gnome shrugs. The host said so. Well, are you going to keep wasting time? Read the rules and we'll start. The rules. Fixing his glasses, Julius looks at the paper describing the rules. Well, let's see. I'll read out loud so that everyone can hear. Rules of inconsequent debates. Here to be added later. I see the authors need to overstrain themselves. For the rules, Item 1, obey the hosts in everything. Item 2, come in triplets. Item 3, no fighting, no killing each other, even temporarily. Even if you really want to, but if you apologize later. Item 4, the most important one. Participants must assume the shape of a giant frog. Jubilist looks puzzled. A frog? What does that have to do with anything? Are those the right rules for the competition? What an irresponsible warmongering What is this? Am I a frog? Perception check. Examine the rules. Something is obviously wrong here. It's not difficult to see the text of the last item of the rules is a little different than the others. Looks like something just added in vaguely copy style. The rule has been added to the others. I would say someone inserted it on purpose and charmed the scroll somehow. That's sabotage. The huge frog can't keep his peace and the croaks in indignation. Turning me into a giant ugly toad? How? How would you please tell me? Am I supposed to participate in debates like this? I didn't carefully rehearse my image and the impressions I make on listeners just to lose it all in the snap. And what if the spells can't be lifted? My admirers won't even recognize me. Lindsay, don't be upset. You're not an ugly frog. In fact, you're a rather handsome one. No, I can't bear this. Are you saying that the last rule was written in? Some other participants must have done it to hinder their rivals. Yes, we need to find the trickster and make them fix it. Don't worry, I'll question everyone here and identify the trickster. Don't worry about anything. I'll go run to the host and ask him a few questions for my book. I'll buy you some time. You start looking for whoever it is responsible for this. Okay. Nerd Zatentroppel. The pale gnome reads aloud enthusiastically, and the young wizard desperately thrashed about in the fetters, but all in vain. The shoots of the plant held him tightly, and the nymph, cruel and beautiful, sneered at him immediately. And immediately what? And immediately anything. The left frog is mocking the right one. Does this book ever end? I thought wizards would die in the last chapter while he was running from the horde of unicorns through a field of giant fly traps. Oh, like you understand anything about literature, you stupid toad. The gnome looks at you. Ah, hello again, traveler. Seems I haven't introduced myself. I'm a nerd as Zatentroppel. Zatentroppel, sorry. And these two idiots are my brothers, Vire and Lure. So, what did the nymph immediately do to the wizard? Why are you calling those frogs your brothers? Haha, these fools read the rules, and the rules are charmed. Nerds colorless and dim-eyed, flared with mad and joyful fire. Anyone who read them turns into a frog. So now, I have two frog brothers. I guess I'll leave them as they are. When else will I ever have a chance to laugh so much? And why are they both frogs? Did they read them together? Yes, Nerd responds quickly. Nah, frog. On the right says happily. Shut up, Lure. Of course we did. We read them and we transformed. Now we're sitting and croaking. You look pale. She looks bleached, Jubileous voice is grim. It's alright. Still got a fair bit of fight left in me. The Zatentroppels don't go down easy. Nerd smiles kindly. My brother and I lost our color long ago, but that still hasn't taken us. Are you participating in the debate? Sure. Although really we're just here to see the show, we figured it would be fun, and we were right. So why did a nymph immediately do the wizard? It's too much to tell. She keeps him hostage for another 4 chapters. I like it when it's more like real life. In the author's last book, he escaped from the evil wizard in 5 minutes. Never mind, talk to you later. Kobolds. Little kobold raises his little snout. Greetings. Are you participating in debate too? Kobold, yes. Participate. I participate. Amazing. We'll be competing against the inarticulate kin of unforgettable Tartuk. The kobold looks at Jubilus with interest. Huge frog, you speak. Can we mount? I feed you ants. Be in your skin. I'm a rider. The list of job offers I've received that will be honorably placed in the I'm ready to cry section. Why are you here for the gerbos then? Oh, why do you have those gerbos then? There. Kobold lowers his head. Faye say need 3. I know 3. I know friends. Wanted to go very much. Caught this jump mice. Now we're 3. Participate. It's like a spell was cast over my friend when you read the rules. Did anything like that happen to you? I don't read. Gnome help me. Read for me aloud, but then scream. I'm scared. So do you want to ask the host if you win? My dragon. How I've become dragon. Alright, I'll go. See ya. Wow. Solar Alfrey. Greetings, I am Sir Alfrey, loyal follower of the tentacles of Iomedae. Knight, noble, and crusader from Mendev. Tentacles, oh yes. My knightly motto used to be courteous even in death, but I'm afraid it must now be changed to severing the tentacles of evil. The past few phrases, he managed to pour more pomposity on us than I can manage in a week. Quite a talent. The tentacles of evil, and why is that you want to change the motto, sir? You see, upon my arrival, I immediately went to the road to read the tentacles of the event. But Guile already had me in its tentacles. The rules were charmed. Everyone who read them must say tentacles every so often, which is happening to me just now. Tentacles. If I can get rid of this affliction, at least, tentacles, I can make it into my motto. Did you try to talk to the host about this? I did, and in the name of tentacles, but hey, Buffet think that cheating within the rules is tentacles and perfectly appropriate. As a true knight, I must overcome these tentacles resolutely. Do you have any idea who could have done this to the rules? It was done by one of the participants who followed their tentacles to guide their heart, including you and me and my tentacles. 4 teams of 3 arrived. I swear by my tentacles, my service to the most honest Iomedae would never allow such tentacles. Nor would I suspect you and your outstanding companions, noble tentacles all. Look for the villain among the other 2 teams. So you're a Mendevan Crusader. Truly spoken. I hope you have heard about our glorious tentacles. Our order fights demons, fearless, preventing their tentacles from spreading across the world. I don't think The charm was to turn people into frogs, not say tentacles. You don't often meet an Asmerian in these lands. Asmerians are not so uncommon in our tentacles. Celestials are known to aid Mendevian crusaders in our war against the demons. Sometimes the Camardians spark a personal attraction. But just the presence of holy celestial nearby can sometimes cause the birth of an Asmer child. See, easy as tentacles. Are you participating in the debate? I most certainly am. But my tentacles, I have come here to carry out the will of the tentacles and set a good example for my tentacles, and possibly to find a new way to fight tentacles, that is, demons, if I win. The Fae may answer all my tentacles. I think I have to go. Before you leave, let me ask. In the name of tentacles, don't consider it idle curiosity. What need brought you to the tentacles debate? Duplist. That would be me. I asked the Baron for help in the tentacles. In this endeavor, because winning will let us ask what made the tentacles what caused the gnome to leave the first world. For me, these tentacles are something more than mere scientific curiosities. I'm amazed how inquisitive the tentacles of your mind are, sir. Admit, it's the first tentacles that I've ever talked to such a learned frog. Tentacles, forgive me. Forgive my ignorance, but it never even crossed my mind, my feeble tentacle, that there are educated ones among your race. The love of Desna, I'm not a frog. Let it be known to you, sir, that you are speaking to Julius Narthropple. Well known, publish and research the shape but the consequence of the silly prank. I am gnome, and that is why I participate in the debates, to learn how my race received the affliction called the bleaching and discover a way to fight it. In that case, I wish you worthy rivals good tentacles in the name of truth, justice, and tentacles. I think it was his team. Bates the Fae and the mysterious. More when we don't have to fight anyone. I like this adventure. Not read the rules. Okay.
In due time.
I guess we go back to talk to Jubilist? No, we already tried that. What am I missing?
All according to plan.
Or what am I missing? Jubilist, it starts the same, and then item 4, the most disgusting one. Participant must routinely enter the desperate scream fits. Oh, it worked. I'm not discussing amphibian anymore. Why am I screaming and I can't stop? You want me to read this nonsense? Fine. It's not going to get any worse. It starts the same. Item 4, the most important one, that the participant must say tentacles. Oh, shit. At least every 10 words. Oh my, someone had such a delicate and brilliant sense of tentacles humor. Who would have thought someone so sophisticated, eloquent, and tentacles such as actually, I mean to say something as tentacles as I, sophisticated as I, would fill his speech with tentacles. No, I refuse to believe this is really happening. Let's do it one more time. Want me to read the tentacles? Fine, fine. Can't get any worse than tentacles. Okay. Well, Cobalt said one of you helped him read the rules. Yeah, that's true. But he wasn't trying to read the frog rules. They're different on every pull. One turns you into a frog, another makes you say tentacles, and the third one makes you scream like crazy. Hilarious, right? Interesting. Okay, so first is frog, second tentacles, and third makes you scream like crazy. Not remotely. You're confused, my friend. If one of you read the rules for the kobold, why isn't one of you screaming? How was it that both of your brothers, who were turned into frogs, and if the nerd already saw what happened and knew the rules, were charmed, then why did she tell us to read them? Do you suspect us of something? Why would we charm the rules and read them ourselves? Or make you read them and put a spell on you? Nira adjusts her ridiculous helm and strikes a rakish pose. Because you're gnomes. Only a gnome could think of playing a joke on everyone around them, and then joyfully get caught in their own prank. You're far-sighted and loud-voiced. I like you. Answer clearly. Did you charm the rules? Why are you picking on us? Your sister is the one who did it. Enough snitching, Lore. You're just jealous that it was Nerd who came up with the idea. And why did you do it? You're so boring, we wanted to. So we did. Just think of how funny it would be, debates where all the participants are screaming or talking about tentacles, or just croaking. Nero rose with laughter. But we're honest players, so we charmed ourselves too. We wouldn't want an unfair advantage. Stop this immediately and release Jubilis from the spell. Croak. Croak, croak. We're just stupid frogs, and we understand nothing. Here, it pretends not to hear anything. I don't think I can intimidate. Oh, maybe. You think won't use force despite the rules about non-aggression lifts the spell, or else? Failed. So you want to fight or chase us? Great, let's go. It'll be even more fun. Your laughs and... Okay. Ah, there you are. Glad I found you. I stalled for as long as I could, but now it's time to begin. Let's go quickly. Welcome to the inconsequential debates. You can call us the host. We are the reason for all that happens here today. The hooded figure looks mundane, but after looking for a time, one might notice the figure's cantress, tremble, and flow, as in the haze. The host. You read the rules, have you not? Now that there is anything useful in them. We only made up the real rules the day after tomorrow, then forgot them and had to make new ones. So it's simple. You want, as your reward, for us to answer a question. So the competition will involve answering questions. We ask, and one in each triplet answer. And always the same one. Others can only prompt, let's see. It will be Little Kobold, you Sir Alfred, you Nereid, and you Degas. Why me? Remember one thing. Here at Inconsequence Debates, there are no right or wrong answers. Every answer has weight, and each will be weighed. Don't choose the lightest one. Your rival might find a heavier argument, and most importantly, light answers are no fun for us. Why are you referring to yourself in the plural, host? Your laughter emerging from under the hood. You know very well you met us, Diaz, but it was different us at the time. For now, be satisfied that we do not wish to disclose ourselves. Tell us, why do you creatures from the first world need to organize all this? Win the competition and ask. Those are the rules of the game, right? Of course. What could be better than wasting precious tentacles on discovering the motives of the Fae? Each of the tentacles is trembling, awaiting the valuable information. Let's begin. Begins. The kobold jump for joy. We are ready, the nods nod despite the tentacles. Alright. Let's see how tough they have it in the first world. Some of you look so serious. Thus, we'll begin with a question about weighty matters. What can move mountains? For your answers. Ooh, I shouldn't have skipped my philosophy lesson at the academy. Such problems baffle me. It's not because I can think of an answer, but because I think of thousands of them at once. Don't know where I can hide from. I hope you're smart enough to see that it's tentacles. Answer is its own will. There's at least one mountain with tentacles in the first world. This place, it's no joke. Tentacles. Euless, the walking mountain, moves by its own will on tentacles. I'm just gonna say its own will. We heard you. What will the others say? What can move a mountain? Kobold frowns desperately. Maybe dragon? Dragon can move a mountain. Faith and divine intervention. Do you hear, my faithful tentacles? Faith nurses us. With devout faith in our tentacles and righteous cause, everything is within our tentacles. Teleportation spell. Haha, I would probably manage moving a hill or two. In fact, it gives me an idea. We've heard you. Now you hear us. Of course. Gods and magic can move mountains, but that answer is good for any question. How can one jump over a house? Magic? How to paint a fence yellow using blue paint? Divine intervention? Such light answers are the weakest. Because the answer is its own will. Will and desire to lie at the base of all our emotions, actions, and decisions. If a mountain has a will, it will surely find a way to move. That was the interesting round. Let's let the next question be heard. What weakens when owned by many and dies if owned by none? I'd go with a secret. Jubilis. Glory. Say glory. Jubilis stops, dressed, obviously waiting for the curse to work. Little Kobold looks as if he is about to cry. I don't know this. Maybe it's dragons. It's the hectic heart. I swear by my tentacles, it can belong to himself, or to this righteous cause, or to the greatest tentacles. It can belong to everybody. Fire looks how I can roll my eyes. Fools, concentrate on the competition. This won't do. We won't accept the answer from Zetopia triplets this round, but you are a spectacular eye roller. Now, as for the other answers, the heart is not just the best answer. Even among knights, there are many whose heart belongs to the beautiful women and beloved mother plus their friend, their commanders, their righteous cause, and the delicious lunch, especially a delicious lunch. It doesn't seem that those hearts that belong to many grow any weaker. Glory is a poor answer. Shit. Only extremely egoist person who does not wish to share the credit could think it shouldn't belong to many. One's own glory does not diminish one's else. We were almost prepared to agree on the dragon, but alas, no one gains victory in this round. Here's the third question. Each of us born in the same time with a monster. Each day we live it grows. It can torment, bring us joy, or kill without a single wound. What is it? What do you say, Jubilist? I'll only end up saying tentacles, so why ask me? Tentacles is not the answer to the question. I hope you understand. Tentacles. So if we think logically and flex the tentacles of the answer must be some property of living creatures. Tentacles. Something that is born with it and grows over its life, just like tentacles. Guess what word I will never ever say again? Tentacles. I mean knowledge. The answer is knowledge. We receive it. Every tentacles, it can aid us and it can kill us. I'll go with knowledge. I've heard you. What will the other say? What is the monster? Maybe it's dragon? It's curiosity. It's born with us. It grows day by day, and it saves us from bleaching, and if you only knew how many it's killed. I don't know if the answer will do, but the greatest tentacle is one that lives inside us. We grow a tentacle beast in our soul. We feed it with wrath and neglect and tentacles. Eventually, it could break free and kill us, but tentacles must admit the same beast gives strength to villains and tentacles. The poison we feed our monsters only nourishes them. Interesting answer. Except for the dragon doesn't count, alas. Curiosity is also insufficient. The monster we described must, by its own nature, grow. Many see the curiosity dim over the years. We like the answer about knowledge and the inner beast, but both seem somewhat light. We accept something more substantial. We declare that both Sir Alfor and Digaus, along with the triplets, shall share the victory for this round, but remember, a victory shared by two is half the victory. One final trial. We will sum up the results. I grow tired of questions. Do you know the game Knight's Dragon Snag? The knight defeats the dragon, the dragon burns the snag, but if the knight walks into the woods, he will stumble on the snag and die. That's why the snag defeats the knight. Children scream. Great. These are inconsequent debates. Why not play a game? So you break up into pairs and yell out your chosen word at the signal. The one who shouts knight defeats the one who shouts dragon. The one who shouts dragon defeats the one who shouts snag, and the snag defeats knight. We'll play Sir Alfrey against the kobold. Damn it. And Neard against the baron. The winner will then play each other. Is the first pair ready? Yell on 3. 1, 2, 3. Alfrey made a knight. Kobold, real dragon. I'm gonna go dragon. No, they both shot a dragon. Dragon. Dragon won. Little Kobold is happy for you and your dragon as if your own victory. So Baron wins. Now the winner against the winner. The Baron against the Knight. 1, 2, 3. Strawberry taking a deep breath. Smite sheds, but then the curse takes over. Tentacles. We're saying how this spell has worked. Neard and her brother start roaring with laughter, sometimes sniffling with delight. Host makes a helpless gesture. We cannot pronounce the Baron the winner of this round, and now it's time. Time to announce the winner of the debates. After 4 tests, the triplets of the Baron and Sir Jubilus win. It was most amusing. Oh, that's us. It was most amusing, children. Most amusing. You should know this is a rare praise from us. Congratulations, sirs and ladies. I swear by my tentacles, it's worthy of struggle. Baron, as the voice of the triplet, you may ask us one question promised and another question besides that, as an extra reward for the ingenuity or luck you demonstrated in the competition. Yes, do you remember the fate of... No, Jubilus suddenly stops talking. He opened and closed his mouth, but makes no sound. Not a sound. I have a silent spell, mate. Haha, love it. What's he gonna do? Come, brothers, let's run. It's a good pet name. I want to know why the gnomes left the first world. Let's do this one. There's the question. We knew it would be asked, but a simpler answer, a line answer, has no value, right? We hope our debates convince you of this. That is why we present to you another answer, a good one, a valuable one. Numbers will help you on your way. One of them is 5th and 10. It will be easy to find if you read. Who opened the road for the ancient dead man and his black-feathered messengers? Second is a dozen times in a dozen, and is thrice the number of those who lost their faces. Don't try to guess it now. It's not yet time. Wait until he who is born twice will twice be defeated. Put the two numbers together. When the moon leaves her path near the waters of Candlemar, find the one who will open the secret. His heap of simple instead of a... First walk the road, then you may accuse us of being senseless, but in the end, you won't. I want to know about the bloom. Well, I know about the bloom that fell. I want to know who organized all this, host. We were bored. Oh, shit. That's the fate for you. Try living in multiple eternities like us. Your view on entertainment might change radically. That was your final question. You have an answer, and we don't. What an adventure, Diaz. We'll have to discuss this further on your return to the capital. Farewell, Diaz. Ah, we almost forgot. Those turns to the kobold. You little creature, you didn't win, but you managed to make us laugh. Do you want to come with us? No promise you'll return to a dragon, but still. The kobold jumps for joy, and then carefully asks, pointing at his gerbos, take my friends, yes? Alright, fine. The hooded creature laughs. Listen all. The inconsequent debates are now closed. We spare all of you the effect of zontropal tricks and bid you farewell. Boy, that was kind of useless. So glad we did that. Thank you
Follow
for
my lead.
wasting our time, Julius. Alright, let's go deal with the murder. Or should we head off to Barnhold? Well, let's see what's going on in the kingdom first. Okay. We don't have the BP for that. I have to travel back home. You know, I built that mage thing in hopes that I would get portals, but I think I have to build it somewhere else. Okay, so I have a guest. We'll deal with the guest. Then we'll take off. Do the murder thing. And then head north.
May we have a moment of respite?
We're almost home. I'll get some more food before we leave too.
I tire.
Hare appears in the doorway, loudly shouting down the corridor and trying to block a visitor. However, they don't budge, and finally the priest is pushed backwards into the room, shouting all the way, "Away, go away, I'm telling you, the Baron isn't seeing anyone, he's busy, and it isn't here." Rudrin Skega. Forgive me, respected harem, but I must speak to the Baron. The young dwarf limps into the room. She doesn't look well. Her face is bruised, her arms crumpled, and her arms is dressed with rags, brown from dried blood. Nevertheless, she begins with ceremonious bow. Your Grace, my name is Rudrin, of the Skejega. I don't know how to say that. Clan. I've come to beg your help. We'll just say Skega clan. My kin are in grave. Harem interrupts with indignation. How do you know my name? I was told of you by our leaders, the Reverend Germold, Torog's paladin. He is hoping to meet you in person. He has so many questions. A dwarf who rejected Torog became a priest of Grodus, and now sits on was in an important position at the court of a baron. Such tales are rare. Harem's face is exploding with red and white spots. He's furiously grabbing his beard. Torog's paladin, and he wants to talk to me. What an impudent, what a shameless, brazen, although Harem turns to you. You know, perhaps we should help them. I want to see the paladin with my own eyes, and the trap he walked his congregation into. So what's this trouble you've gotten yourself into? Many ages ago, our ancestors together with the other clans built a road here and chain of fortresses along it. Unfortunately, they were forced to leave these lands. But now that you've established order here, we decided to return to rekindle our clan's legacy. We found the entrance to the Admentum Shield Fortress, but when we tried to enter, Rudrin winced and touched her bandaged arm. When our ancestors left, they charmed the gate of the fortress and locked it with a key, which has long been kept safe by our clan as a relic. We brought it with us, but when we inserted it into the lock and turned, something incredible happened. The gate fell to ashes, and we saw the lock was upon the chest of a huge golem, which attacked us immediately. Harem snorts. I'm sure the creator of the golem prayed devoutly to Torog while he made it, never thinking for a moment and this piece of iron might someday turn into his own. How dwarvish. We managed to hide up on a hill, but we've backed ourselves into the trap. The golem just stood below, waiting for us to come down. Two of us sacrificed their lives, distracting it to give me a chance to escape and find help. Please save them. You're our only hope. Alright, I'll help you. Thank you, Your Grace. The Skega clan owe you. Here's a map. It shows you where to find the fortress. And fiddles in his beard. I would ask, if you go to help them, take me with you. I know it's folly to gloat, but I would see with my own eyes our proud guests from Five Kingdom Mountain caught in such a mess, and then send them home with my own tongue. I will allow me this small pleasure. Your Grace, I must warn you, he's no ordinary golem. He made of adamantine. He's also impossible to destroy, even with magic weapons. But if you wear it out for long enough in battle, it will collapse for a while to restore its strength. At that moment, you'll need to pull the key from its chest. If I know anything about mechanics, that should switch it off. If you don't, gloomy questions hovers unanswered in the silence. Okay.
In due time.
Rest. Leave. Spell's like permanently stuck. Oh, that's because we're immune to poison in our own Baron. Barony. I don't know. Alright, let's get food. I kind of want to wait on the gnome thing. want to see what's going on in the Eastern lands. Oh, wow. I don't know why I just don't look for... It'd be here. No. It said under. It's under other. Okay. Okay. I want to save up for a bag of holding. Let's make sure that doesn't have a time on it. Does not. Oh, we should talk to Jubilos before we go. Oh wait, yeah.
As it should be.
Close out this quest and then go. Okay. Yes, I've never probably thank you for helping the inconsequential debate. I'm happy to do so now. I hope you don't think me entirely ungrateful. Have you figured out anything about the riddle? The host answers to your question about the gnomes? Not quite, but I'm working on it. I'll certainly inform you of my findings. I must admit, such an answer is quite in the spirit of Fae. I must lead somewhere, and I will find the trail. I was surprised that you didn't want to be freed of Zone Trap spell. Why did you willingly suffer it? Juvis locks his hands behind his back. Well, you see, I understand well what bleaching is, what a fatal effect it has on gnomes. The poor fellows were acting like that for no darker motive than desperation. Their foolish jokes allow them to live a little bit longer. Do you see? I don't mind becoming the joke myself for a while, of course, and not if my life was being threatened. It lets someone live a couple of days longer. Okay. I'll say it's a noble act. Stop, or it'll make me blush. Jubilis folds his hands over his chest with a content look. Alright, let's talk about something else. Alright, thank you for the conversation. I don't want to have any others. Okay, I am going to actually take a couple minutes. I'm going to take a bio break, refill my water. I will be back in just a minute. Alright, let's see. This is highlighted. I'm not going to do any 14th day things right now. Yeah, okay. We'll come back to this stuff later. I want to see what's happening in the east. If I sit at our kingdom, I think it's gonna happen. Do I want to hand check this out? Yeah, because we can do that and then come back up north. That's manageable. And I do not believe the murders have to do with anything but like our stuff. Where is that from? Yeah, here we go. Bandit necromancers. You should not be going alone.
Be generous to them, for I am not.
Too heavy. Alright. All worthless. Man. Game really doesn't like when I use MIDI controls. Didn't even see you two up here. Just knew you were dying. Go! Let's go out the other way. Just make sure we're not missing anything. Wait a second. Emery's blind.
I'm listening.
I know I kept one. I thought I kept one. Shit, did I keep one?
I wrote it like I saw it.
Guess not. Ah, that's frustrating. Okay. Gotta have a spell, right? Yeah, we do. We have several. I will give it to you.
Confide in me.
Cool. Just leaving an area would probably be better than trying to loot everything. Because then I could just loot it in that one spot. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. I think I've thought of it before too. After we figure out what's going on in this area, we'll come back and like improve the kingdom a couple times.
In due time.
Quick save here. Okay. A tall, well-built elf with a scar under his left eye is watching you with great interest. What a surprise! The Baron himself. That's someone you'd never expect to meet in the middle of nowhere. Allow me to introduce myself, Your Grace. My name is Enviri. The half-elf bows to you, touching his weapon and keeping his eyes fixed on you. I suspect I already know the answer, but still, to what do I owe the pleasure? Who are you? Allow me to introduce my comrades by the campfire. They are followers of the goddess who respects freedom and pleasure, free from the rule and hypocrisy, from the excessive regulations and outdated attitudes. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. We are the Celestrian hunters, the favored of the savoring sting. The narrow-minded might think us mercenaries, killers, thugs, but believe me, we're far from ordinary criminals. We're paid for our work, much like the executioner carries our sentence. We are, so to speak, wish fulfillment agents. I admit I wasn't planning on getting to know you, but as it turns out, well, I underestimated you. So you found us. What are you going to do? Imperial smile. It's polite, almost gentle, but he keeps his relaxed hand on the hilt of the blade. What are you doing in my domain? We're here for a reason, Your Grace. I've heard much about your country's morals, so I thought, like, some of us might find shelter here and some work to do. Very well paid work. Given your craft, I expect you to worship Norgvard, not Lystra. Not at all, Your Grace. Our delightful and gracious goddess couldn't be compared to that moody loner. Callistra gives pleasure in exchange for carrying our retribution. Is that not a pure and noble cause? Um, Chaotic neutral. You know what? Stay in my lands, do your jobs, and I'll see that you're left alone. It will cost you several % of your profit. Succeeded. Invrig squints one eye. You clearly know what you're doing. Your Grace. Bargaining with you is not just risky, it's plain dangerous. Very well. We'll do it your way. Let's discuss something else. You're a rational ruler, so you must refrain from openly mingling with assassins. That's your business. It concerns me not. Just be sure to call off your watchdogs when we ask. Your guards are not very clever, but they're persistent. Sooner or later, they will hunt us down and drive us out. That is when I'll remind you of our deal. I'll be relying on your assistance. Well, if we're done here, Henry makes another bow, it's time for us to go. We may have become friends today, but let's remain distant friends for now. You know what they say, separation makes the heart grow fonder. Okay. So I got an Assassin's Guild, waiting in my wings. This is kind of like friends close, enemies closer. I feel like this could backfire, but at the same time, I kind of want to have a finger on the pulse